they made the mod RNA on the plasmids. After that, these were, of course, came off, and they tried to destroy most of the DNA, but they didn't, because it's not easy to destroy so much DNA, plasmid. And so what Kevin McKern found 3 years ago was that the vials were full of plasmid DNA, uh, the whole plasmid and parts of it. Okay, but anyway, we won't go into what they found then, but just that they found a lot of DNA, and they published this. And what did the authorities say? They said, "Oh well, it doesn't matter. They won't do any harm, right? Just don't think about it. Yeah, they've done so much good. They've saved so many millions of lives. So why not put some DNA into it?" Now that DNA, of course, was also packaged in these lipid nanoparticles, and it was clear that this DNA would enter cells, and that is actually what our colleagues showed last year. That was their first publication, the In Modia publication that came out last year, uh, that showed that the DNA that was in the vaccine vials did enter cells, human cells in culture, and remained stable in cells for days, okay? As also was the mod RNA. Now, but they said, poo-poo, never mind, don't worry, be happy, okay? Nothing will happen. Now, guys, things have changed radically and dramatically because of the latest discovery that Kevin McKern made just 3 weeks ago. Just 3 weeks ago. When a gene is transcribed in the chromosome, oops, here we go. Got stuck. So, going back to the first part again, okay? This comes off. Then there are always little accidents that happen during the production, byproducts that are not supposed to be there. And the byproducts that are generated during every transcription is that some strand, some mRNA don't detach from the DNA where they're formed. And what happens is that hybrids of DNA and RNA come off together. So it's the mRNA and the corresponding DNA that come off as hybrids. And these hybrids are dangerous, okay? They're sort of like sparks of a sparkler, okay? And many of them come off. And these sparks have to be extinguished immediately. So there's an enzyme in the cell called RNase H. Now, normal physicians don't know about this. I didn't. I had to read up on this because Jessica wrote and said, read up on RNase H. And that's what I did, okay? And the RNase H takes care of these sparks and extinguishes them immediately, because if they don't, then they cause, by different mechanisms, damage to the chromosome. They can set the chromosomes on fire. Little fires light up, and the chromosomes get damaged where the fires come, okay? Now, what this will cause is haphazard. It can do anything. It can cause everything and nothing, okay, depending on where the fires take place. But for sure, most of the fires will cause dangerous damage. And as a result, you can get any illness that you see in the textbooks of medicine, anything and everything, including, of course, tumors, okay, neoplastic disease, autoimmune disease, developmental impairment, of course, dead birth or death. It's clear you don't want to have your uh, book of life be put on fire, I talked about the genes and the chromosomes as the books of life, and I still do. And they can be set on fire. And that's what happens if these hybrids uh, are not extinguished. I've been giving interviews every week now. All right. I talked to Gary Null last week and told him this. And I'm telling you this, and this is going around the world, okay? Um, is this is akin to attempted murder. And I tell you, I call on all the physicians in the world, don't do it. It's not a good idea, okay? Because if you do so, you will be charged for attempted murder. And the wonderful thing is that this is not only the COVID vaccine, it is all mod RNA vaccines. You know that you have new mod RNA vaccines coming on the market without anyone knowing that they're there. There's the flu vaccine, mod RNA vaccine that's out already, and so on and so forth. There, I think, veterinary vaccines that are being used on animals, mRNA based, but they will always be heavily contaminated with deadly, dangerous hybrids. And it is the duty of all authorities, controlling authorities, to not turn around and say, never mind. If they don't look now, they are going to be facing court. They will be facing court because they are not fulfilling their duties.